friends, a bit of a bumper one for you today. Sorry about the light, it's the best place I've actually got for you right now because, well, as you can see, there's stuff on there. There's enough stuff around me as it is without taking those off to put the camera there, so just bear with me for now. So basically, what we're looking at today, you're sat on the baseboard. So far, we have had trains running, but it's time to get a wiggle on because the show's fast approaching. I want to get as much done on this as I can without rushing it, of course. But there are some easy wins I can make, some really easy wins I can make. If I get the track power fed through the board and to the controllers, that means the track is then in place, it's ready to go. I have got some platform here, but I have some of the same series actually inbound from Japan, which should be here in time, should be lit as well, which is really cool. Talking of lights, holes in the bottom of these buildings, I'm going to try and get those lit. So that's ultimate goals, but for this video, there's a little bit of a chat here, then we will do hole making, which is super easy in this, so some hole making. Then basically you get a time lapse of me building a shrine. I'll show you the shrine in its complete state with the light behind it. There we go. There we go. So you get to see. I'll build that, but that's going to be time lapsed. Fortunate for you because it took over an hour or so to do. So there's that. And basically that's what I'm doing at the minute is, because Mk2 buildings come with this raised piece here, which accounts for the height of the track. The Tomitech, or like the Shrine, Tomitech buildings don't. So where I use my cork to raise the ground level up to be right sort of height for the track. Yeah, so there's a time lapse of that, sorry, had to stop there. So yeah, so that is how it raises up. So basically that's it, that's what's doing that. That raises it up, and where those don't, so where these go, I need them to be sunk into the board, well, with the cork up to the edge of them as well, so they're now at the right height. I could take them off the bases, but I don't know why. And also the station is going to be the same with that one, with the platforms to the height of the station. I did discover I'd actually got one of the pieces that I've ordered already, so that's kind of cool. I've got two now, that's what it means. But it's a bit of an idea of the station building in that I've got there coming. So yeah, there's a lighting kit for that, as I say, and that plugs into the controllers here. So that one's really easy win when it comes. I'm going to have the station this side, which is where it was on the original Sakura Densha, was this side, for those who remember, you know, closest to me. Yeah, so there is that. That's obviously I've got to play with the buildings a bit, so I'm trying to find, I've got some buildings missing in action at the minute. The post office, the farm, a couple of the bits they're currently missing in action. I'm just trying to work out what I did with them, where I put them. So yeah, not where I thought they might be. Also, I've got these. I've got the shrine. I've got this, which is a market thing. I don't think I'm going to use this, but you know, just try to get everything out. I've got a whole plethora of things behind me. Guardrail and road fences. Bits of a Sigma bot kit, so a complete Sigma bot kit. Well, actually, there's two Sigma bots in that kit. I think these are warehouse buildings or something like that. So yeah, you know, there's them. There's a bus station. Or yeah, a bus depot actually, really, not a car station, it's a depot. I've got this house, which is a card kit. I'm a bit about using card kits on this because transporting being damaged. I know a lot of people use Mk2 kits and everything like that, but yeah, this one was a bit more inexpensive than my Studio Ghibli ones, so I thought I'd try this one out. See how we go. Loads of people, some deer there as well, but loads of figurines for people, different types of clothing, so I found all those. For everything else, I've got these generics that I did use on Sakura Densha, I know that much. Some loose people there as well. I don't think them. Some railway stuff. So again, you know, there's a lot of useful items here. If I can find those other buildings, I really think we can make something. I've sort of decided what I want. I want a forest in one area. Also going to the station, so we have a few bits around the station. That's why the house is there. So it's a suggestion, it's a village. It's going to be a village. You know, set around a village of sorts. So, yeah. There's a lot I can get done. So obviously once the cork's down, I can then get some green paint and paint that green just to give a basic colour. I'll go to and get some of the tester pots, just slap that over. Then I have some flock on order. I've got some of the WW Scenics. They're equivalent to the ballast bond basically to glue that down, so it's a pre-mix. Trying to do things at easy wins. It's a base level. Whatever it goes as, it will be a base level that can always be upgraded. I know this, we did this with the original Sakura Densha. I declared it, I'm happy with it, I'm done with it for now. And then in this corner over here we built Pringle Mountain. And that redeveloped part of the layout, you know, so it can, you know, it is a base layer. But also, if the Ultimate Baseball proves to be no good, it's not a huge amount of waste. I'm sure it'll be fine. It feels pretty sturdy. It's made from this foam with paper either side and hot glue gun. I am assured by someone that a member of their club uses it, and it's lasted them years so far, and is really sturdy. So I've done my best. I've basically constructed it the same way you would a normal baseboard underneath there. So yeah, the only thing I'm thinking I might have to make is something extra for the controllers, though I have got other ideas in that department anyway to sit on. I didn't think about them because obviously when I'm here they just sit at the end there, so you know, it's not really an issue. But yes, I'll have to think about that. But anyway, so enough for me. I managed to make it just under 10 minutes. Wow, okay me. So yeah, let's do some bits. So I'll put the shrine building in next, and then we'll come back and it will be the cutting of the hole. So you can see here I've marked out with an arrow where the line is, this is where the electrical points will go underneath here, and that just helps me tell me where those will go. Either side of the line, either side of there. So you've got a hole there. So I'll get my craft knife and just do that. As you might expect, for the one hole I needed to, one of the few holes I needed to actually put in, it was right by one of the supports. But yeah, there we are. Nice big hole, which I can now slide the connectors through. So I act quickly before this falls over. So basically, yeah, line these up. You do have to go a particular way around. The track has to go a particular way around. But yeah, so they just go in there nicely, and I can feed the wire through like that. Now this definitely won't survive me putting the track back together, so the camera that is. Plenty of flexibility and playability there for it to come in. So there we go. And once in, that all goes on there. This is probably where you're going to fall over. There you go. As you can see, the wire is actually, the hole and everything is all covered over by the piece of track there. So that one's done. Then let's get out of the way. Of course, then the really great thing is we can have trains running again quite quickly. So yeah. Yes, I didn't really think properly when I put the trains out on Monday to have one of my longest passenger trains out, and a reasonably big freight train, which isn't out of one of the sets. It's actually out of all my, I call them loose, but they're the wagons in their own boxes as opposed to being in one of the big one of the sets. Like, you know, like these coaches come in a couple of bookcase style boxes. But yeah, this freight train sort of came out of various places to match a photograph I found, and yeah, it wasn't a sensible time to do it, just before we tried to put a baseball, because obviously it all had to come off to allow for it. So there we are. Sorry about the shaky cam. Hopefully the phone's stabilisation does it, just wonders for it. You know the passenger train's not going much faster than the freight train, because it's going uphill. That's why it needs two of these 662s. If you look at the film of the double heading ones, they're not storming along. They're needed for the job. But yeah. It's not the final position for the shrine, by the way. That's just where I put it, because it fits at the minute. I mean, it doesn't look bad there, though, to be honest. I kind of like that. But yeah, during the show itself, I'll be that side of the layout. This will be the public bit. So that actually kind of works. I like that. I'll have the forest that side as well. Right, well, thanks for watching. I see we just had a derailment to the front bogie of the lead C62 for some reason. Reasons best known to it. So I will sort that out and catch you in the next layout update. It's kind of weird that I'm actually get to do layout updates these days, but yeah. Going to try that D51 coming past first. Sure, there's no points or anything for it to derail on. So yeah, it's not ideal, but there we are. I'll sort that out now. Right, take care all, stay safe and be well, and I'll see you all in another video, friends. Sayonara. Arigatou gozaimasu.